heck is a segundo volante? Our youth intake, unlike my hair, doesn't actually look half bad. We got, 4 players that I would consider quality. We'll start here with Mikhail Mikava, who's a winger. 1-star current potential, 3.5-star. 1.5-star current, rather, 3.5-star potential. He's got some acceleration, he's got some agility, there's a decent amount of pace. Definitely a prospect. Then there's Tornik Sturua. One of those. Okay, wow, he's got a decent amount of potential. 1-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. Physically, pretty good. The jumping reach and strength are a bit of a bummer, but the 17 determination, 15 flair is nice. 3 passing, definitely an advanced forward, most likely an advanced forward or a poacher. First touch, finishing, dribbling's not that bad either. He's definitely got potential. We'll go ahead and assign you now for a year. Rezo Gogatishvili. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. So wing back. 3 determination's a bit on the low side for me. So is the 4 strength. But again, well, he's 15 years old. Will we be able to sign him to a 1-year contract? Nope, just 9 months. And last but not least, Georgi Gabadava. Ooh, 16 finishing already. 9 first touch, 10 technique, 17 work rate, 17 teamwork, 10 off the ball, 10 concentration, 3 determination. 15 years old as well. Definitely sign him to a contract. And that is pretty much it. Things are going about as well as can be expected. Too many players with low determination. Things are going about as well as can be expected, but, we'll bring you up to speed on that as this episode continues. Back in a bit. I think I have this right. If we win or we draw, in Tbilisi, if we win, we automatically win. If we draw, we get promoted. If we draw, we get promoted as well. If we lose and Martvili wins, things get interesting because I'm not sure what the goal differential is between us and everything like that. I suppose I could check that out here. We got a plus 19. They have a plus 7. However, they beat us 4-2, and we drew with them, so they have the tiebreaker over us. What are the rules? Doesn't say. Okay, well, let's, I don't know. We're in first place. We've been there for about a week. That was after we beat Shevardini. We'll get to that here in a minute. Currently, Kandalaki leads with 18 goals, a 7.28 rating. Also has 6 assists. Jun Sharadze had the best pass completion at 88%. Kandalaki has 4 players of the match. A bunch of players on 4 yellow cards apiece. No red cards this season. That's people who have followed me for a while will be shocked and surprised. I haven't had a player with at least 1 yellow card. The number of red card, rather. I always have teams with a lot of yellow cards. I haven't quite figured out why. So. General manager to sign him because he's done a decent job. Applied for a couple jobs, have been unsuccessful. Had a couple teams come and ask to interview me, but they're on the same level or worse than where I'm at now, and I'm just not interested in that. So, previous results. We last played Chikura. Yeah, it was Kolketi and Chikura, I believe. So we beat Shevardini Tbilisi 5-1. This was the match that put us in first place. So this was an absolute brilliant game. Jincharadze a goal, Ergulimidze a brace of goals, Kandelaki a brace of goals, including a penalty kick. Against Shakura, we beat them 5-2. We've been on an absolute scoring trend. The defense has really stepped up as well. Tunishvili a brace of goals, Jincharadze a goal, Kandelaki another brace of goals. And then against Dinamo Zugdidi, we won 5-1. Schmat a goal, Tunishvili a goal, Kandelaki a goal, Meprishvili a goal, Jincharadze a goal. We spread the wealth around here. The friendlies were all essentially tune-up games to keep us healthy and match fit, and we did a really good job on those. No major injuries or anything like that. I believe the only injuries we have at the moment were, like a gashed upper leg, and Patasi had a pulled hamstring, so he's out for about a week or two. So we have let a couple of other players go. I'm frankly getting to the point where it's like, you know what, if you're going to complain to me about your lack of playing time, and you know what our schedule is, I'm just going to let you go. So Mogaladze is left. Chechelishvili is left. Managadze left as well at the beginning of the year. Metrovelli left at the beginning of the season. It's just one of those things. And, he hasn't been picked up. So, it's just one of those things. If I don't have the time to listen to your moaning and complaining and all this other stuff. I've got a team to manage, and I'm going to manage the players who want to be here. The players who want to be here are playing for first place today. So that said, we've got probably our best available starting 11 on the field. I've got to go through and... Holy cow. You know what? We'll do this real quick, see what the... And then we'll go here and do unavailables. Well, I've really got nobody after these 12 players. That's kind of interesting. And it's also interesting that a couple of players are injured. Well, Ergulimidze is injured. Lashava is a youth player, 9 days and 3 weeks, so he won't see the field at all. Kunaishvili. Okay. He won't see the field either. So, two goalkeepers on the bench, though. There's a goalkeeper that's out there available for trial who is a goalkeeper and a striker, which I thought was interesting. But this is who we're playing today. We got Kvilit Hyatt in goal, Meprishvili, Chikradze, Genelize, and Takishvili as the defensive back four, Schmat and Chetsaruli as the midfielders, Jinchelishvili and Tunishvili as the tag midfielders, Kandelaki and Jincharadze as the strikers. Before we go to the game, though, I solved the team's financial problems. I didn't even realize I was doing it at the time. Because if you look, we have 154,000 euros in the black. And it all came from player sales. Nicolas Lomia is the one player. Rico Egger left to Shakura too, 6.5 thousand euros. We got him on a free, and they're paying money for him, so I said, sure, why not? Nicolas Lomia, who is an advanced midfielder on the left, 1-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability, came through our youth intake in 2020, the year before I started coaching. They wanted him. I said, yeah, sure. They wanted to sign him, and it was 175,000 euros going up to 475,000 euros. I think if I said no, the board would have fired me. He's got 20 aggression. His physicals are okay. The low strength is a bit of a killer. 9 off the ball is okay. 12 work rate, 12 technique, 14 first touch. Crossing, dribbling. He's 17 years old, so the possibility he could get better is there. He was going to top out at 3.5 stars, but you know what? If they want to pay me up to 475,000 euros for him, I am not going to complain. I sold him. I didn't realize, and I realized once I realized what the money was going to be, and it was like, holy cow, I'm definitely going to take that. And the board was like, hey, you made us financially solvent. Go you. And I'm like, cool. Can I go get my Continental A? And they said no. And I was like, okay, I'm going to apply for this job over here. So that's what happened there. So if we do leave, and I think we will this summer, we're leaving the club definitely in better financial shape than we found it. That's for sure. I had the pregame talk, and about 9/10 of the squad was upset that I said, hey, let's go out and do our best to win. They were like, holy cow, that's a long field. It was the absolute opposite of the last game we played. The last game we played was almost a perfect square. This one is definitely not. If anything, I'm surprised this field is even regulation. Holy cow. Anyhow, 9/10 of the team was like, I can't believe you put that much pressure on us. And it's like, you're already in first place, dude. Zarenko drops it off to Zebnari, over to Kvetching, to Zebnari. Okay, Takashvili heads it down. Tunishvili It's a narrow field. Holy cow. Centers it to Schmatt. He passes up his space. Kandelaki takes the shot off the crossbar. It's an off-target woodwork hit. That's interesting. Chikradze to Kandelaki on the throne. Meprishvili's going to run that down. Shetsruli. Back out to Meprishvili. Drives into the box. Tries crossing it in. Bounces it off a player. Schmatt. Shetsruli. Altunishvili. Shetsruli. Back to Schmatt. Takes the shot. And he absolutely buries it. That was a nice goal. I swear, this field must be just on the right side of legal. Nice little one-shot by Schmatt. Shetsruli set him up nicely. Again, this has been a season where we haven't really relied on one player too much, I think. Now, I mentioned earlier that Kandelaki leads us in goals and assists. But when we look at the team at the end of the season here, you'll see that, again, we've really spread the wealth around. Now, if we lost Kandelaki, maybe our goal scoring would have gone down. But I don't think that's the case. Shetsruli, Altunishvili, back to Shetsruli. Feeds Altunishvili, takes the shot, but he skies it over the crossbar. Chikradze, we're going to encourage the guys here. Meprishvili cuts left. Crosses it in. Jinchradze's there. Can't get a head on it. Altunishvili's there, but he skies over the crossbar. Something tells me he wasn't expecting the ball to fall at his feet there, and he panicked a little bit. Shetsruli crosses it in. Kandelaki can't get a head on it. The Sioni defender jumped up in front of him. Schmatt back to Shetsruli. Schmatt takes the shot off the crossbar again. Shetsruli gets the goal kick. Up to Kandelaki. Got by the defender. Oh, weak shot. Very wide, very left. He shouldn't have taken that. He should have laid it off to the guy in the center. Instead, we go into the half with a 1-0 lead. Can I check the other scores? Maybe not on this skin. I'm thinking of changing skins for next season, too. I do that a lot. Radchenko to Iziani. Back to Radchenko. Loses it. Targamagadze picks it up. Zarenko gives it away to Jinchishvili. Kandelaki heads it down. Altunishvili's there. Passes it up for Kandelaki in space. Gets by the defender. One-on-one with the keeper. A very nice save. Jinchradze. Oh, Dankovic jumps up and grabs that. That was a misplay. Can I see current scores here? You need to pause it next time. Jinchradze on the throw and gets it back. Altunishvili's there, but he kicks it over the crossbar. Heads it over the crossbar, most likely. Oh, okay, that was quick. Kvetching ends up giving it away somehow after the throw-in. Jinchradze breaks left, tries crossing it in, bounces it off a player. Kandelaki. Oh, Dankovic, a very nice save. He did just enough to get in Kandelaki's way. Shetsruli tries crossing it in. It's knocked away. Jinchishvili's going to... Literally, the screen just blinked. Radchenko. Kvetching. Chikradze. Oh, Chikradze is right there, but the keeper came out and played that just right. Okay, I've got it paused. Can we go to... latest scores. Yeah, we'll put the latest scores here. The Martavel... Okay, you know what? Actually, what we need to do... Can we go to league standings? League table. Okay. Any subs we have to make? We can't take much professional. We're going to bring on Japaradze for Takashvili. Prixkiri. Schmatt loses it. Zebnari picks it up, crosses in. Janelize knocks away, but Grinenko is going to run that down. Targamadze to Grinenko. To Mushashvili, back to Grinenko. To Mushashvili, takes the shot, but right at Kviltaya. He gives it right back to Zebinari. Jeez, Muchashvili scores and he equalizes. Kvitching has no one but himself to blame for that. He's supposed to be distributing to the playmaker, not the playmaker on the other squad. You need to go hang your head in shame, dude. That was horrible. Kvitching drops off to Janelidze on the goal kick. Jeparadze, Shetsruli. Up into space, Jincharadze loses it, gets it back. Feeds Kandelaki out by the defender, and Dankovic, a very nice save, rushed out to grab the ball. Gets it up to Isiani quickly, over to Targamadze. To Zarenko. Out to Kvekviskiri. Isiani in space. Holds it up. Knocked away by Meprashvili, but Zarenko runs down the ball. Back to Redchenko. Kvekviskiri heads it over to Altunishvili. Up into space for Kandelaki. Kandelaki can't get there. Zebinari ends up with it. Feeds Isiani. Oh, far post. Kvitching absolutely, totally misplayed that. League table. Yeah, Kandelaki was asking for the card, but I don't think he was going to get it. Looks like Kvitching is doing his best to avoid the ball there. Now, we're ahead of Martvili and we're tied, so if things stay like they are now, we will definitely get promoted. Chikradze, Shitsruli. Jincharadze. Oh, Jinchvelishvili is there and equalizes for us. Nice assist by Jincharadze. Jinchvelishvili. The draw is fine. The draw is okay. And with that, we secure promotion to the Georgian National League. 22 shots, 7 on target to their 8 and 5. Decent possession advantage. What, 3 woodwork hits, I want to say? And the immediate reaction is we're promoted. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it really hard. I probably can't believe we've been promoted as well. 1 point behind Shevardini because Shevardini beat Dinamo Zugdidi. Promoted. Miss out on the title on the final day. That's fine. You don't do the press conference here. A few moments we wanted. Absolutely delighted. Well-rounded group of players. No matter excusing the fact. Initial budgets. 17,750 euros and a transfer budget of 39,000. 10,000 euros. So the possibilities there to add some quality players. Okay. Do this real quick, and we will come back with an end-of-season review. A+ scores across the board, and they still won't let me go for a coaching license. That's okay. They paid for one of them. I'm okay with that. Okay. End-of-season review. New arrivals. Jinchvelishvili had a good season for us. Didn't really have a lot of appearances, but he played well when he did. Patazia did fairly well as well. Schmott, a solid season. Any big surprises here? No, not really. The loans. Defteriani had a good loan spell at Gori. 9 goals and 10 appearances. That's not bad. Only 21% home attendance. Expected to fight bravely against relegation? We'll do you one better. We'll get promoted. Biggest win was the 5-1 against Shevardini Tbilisi that put us in first place. Goal of the season. Kandelaki. Was this one here? And it's not going to show us. It's erroring out. That's really kind of a bummer. I think it's a skin issue. Well, that's okay. Finances. Doing really well. Matchday commercial and retail was up. Corporate and hospitality was up a little bit. Sponsorship was the same. There's no broadcast revenues. 121 jerseys sold. Maybe that'll go up next season. This was our starting lineup for most of the season, and it was really, really good. Club Awards, Kandelaki, Advanced Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season. Patsatsia was the signing of the season. Kandelaki, Goal of the Season. He was also the top goal scorer with 18. Shitsruli had 6 assists. Record breakers. Overall goals by a player in the season was Kandelaki. Most goals in the season, Kandelaki. Highest transfer fee received, George Daniela, $198,000. Was that this season? Yeah, he was the other one. Why wasn't that showing up on the transfers out? Transfers. All transfers. 200,000. Yeah, 2/18/2023. Yeah, he's the other player. So, Shevardini Tbilisi bought 2 of our players for $375,000 total, which is interesting considering how you know what? Well, they're worth $1.8 million. Okay, that makes sense. They've got the money to spare. Players inducted in the best overall 11. Akveldiani. Shitsruli, Mogladze, Andrei Schmatt. Sorodze. I do not know him. He must be an older player. He is. He's not a great scout, which is why he's unemployed. Season review. Did really well. Club vision expectations. We're doing really well there. Squad dynamics. Don't really have any influential players or team leaders. I think I let the only one we had go. So we'll accept the current vision there. End of season team. Let me say. Okay. Well, they're happier now that they've gotten promoted. New season team report. Yeah, we need some help on the back 4. Injury report. Altunishvili was out for 2 months with broken ribs. That was the big one. End of season break. Come back July 3rd. He's progressing well. He's progressing now. They're complaining about coaching. I don't have the huge coaching staff. One of the things I may try and do this off season while I'm still looking for another job is try and prepare the team for a stay in the National League. Get a couple more coaches in. We can get one or two more coaches in on the senior squad and maybe 1 or 2 coaches in on the under-19s. I will be happy with that. So, a good, solid season for us. A bit unexpected. I thought we'd finish mid-table, but once we got on a roll, we stayed on it. And that was a very good thing. A lot of players, you know what, I need to do that. I totally forgot to do that. As soon as this ends and everybody goes on vacation, they have not yet gone on vacation. So unless they have gone on vacation, unavailable. Yep, vacation. So if we sort by, okay, you know what, we'll do this. We'll bring everyone on, and we'll sort by appearances, and then we can tell. So Kandelaki played 21 games for us, 8 goals, 6 assists, 4 players of the match. Sandor Shitsruli also played 21 games for us, 1 goal, 6 assists, 2 players of the match. Jin Shiradze, 20 games played, 12 goals, 4 assists, 2 players of the match. Kvilit Taya was okay in goal, 6.9 overall. He had some howlers of mistakes. That last game especially. Erglamidze, 19 appearances, 6 goals, 3 assists, 2 players of the match. Altunishvili, 17 appearances, 8 goals, 1 assist, 1 player of the match. Akveldiani, 16 appearances, 1 off the bench, 2 assists. Chikradze, 4 assists. Schmatt, 3 goals, 3 assists, a player of the match. Janelidze, an assist, a player of the match. David was on loan. Takishvili, 8 appearances, 4 off the bench, 1 goal, 4 assists. Patsatsia, 1 goal, 4 assists, and 12 appearances combined. So it was a well-rounded effort. Jinchvelishvili had 3 goals in limited appearances. So we did spread the wealth around. We didn't overly rely on one player. Although, admittedly, if Kandelaki does go down injured, we're kind of hurting. But I would expect players like Jinchiradze and Erglamidze to pick up the slack. Erglamidze is probably our best all-around player, but he's probably going to be looking to leave. These are all the youth players who aren't going to be signed. Takishvili won't be back. Churlishvili won't be back. Gorulava I might keep. Kvilit Taya, if I can find somebody better, I will, but I'll keep him in goal. Papushvili will be back. I need to actually, wow, got a lot of guys who are going to be leaving here. I need to go through and re-sign some of them. Bagdadze, he's a youth player with potential. Chaparite, players like that. So that's what I am going to do now. And then in the offseason, it's going to be two sides of the same coin. On one side, I'm going to be preparing the team as best as I can for life in the Georgia National League. On the other side, I'm going to apply for any job that I think I might be able to get. And even if I don't think I'll be able to get it, like, Stoya Bucharesti came up. Hey, throw my name in. What the hell? What's the worst they can say? No? They said no. Big deal. And the board hasn't been pitching an absolute fit about me applying, so I'm pretty sure they know that I'm looking to leave. But I'm not going to resign unless they force me to. And the only way they'd force me to do that is if I really can't think of it off the top of my head at the moment. But, a successful season for us. And hopefully it'll be a successful off-season as well. And that I'll get the team ready for life in the Georgia National League, and we'll be in someplace new. Fingers crossed. If not, we're going to do what we can to stay up. I think we have a good shot finishing, out of the relegation zone, especially, I'll scout my tail off and bring in a bunch of players on trial, and we'll do what we can. My philosophy is leave the team in better shape than you found it. And so far, we're doing that. I'm going to keep on doing that. You don't want to be the guy who comes in and leaves them in debt and just sends them tumbling back down the ladder again to the depths of, regional football, wherever that may be in Georgia. So, if they fail, it's not going to be because of me. And that's my philosophy on that. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticism, comments. Leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM Jellicoe, and I thank you for watching.